Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a quick look outside our weather window from this Tuesday afternoon. And boy, beautiful shot, isn't it? This is our jump-off ridge Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can see Wenatchee Heights to the left center of your screen. That's where our cross camera is. We have a lot of shots from that particular camera during this segment, but today, a wider view and a fresh blanket of snow all over the Wenatchee Valley and a beautiful shot with those blue skies. And it looks like we're going to have a white Christmas. We have two storm systems moving our way over the next 5 days. This is the first one, which will move in tomorrow and then snow a little bit Wednesday night and into Thursday morning. About 2 inches of snow expected out of this, and we do expect some snow and ice on the roadways with some slick travel conditions. And then an even bigger storm system moves in Friday night, and that'll last Saturday, making Saturday a very snowy day. And we have a good chance for snow, winter driving conditions all through this upcoming weekend. And we'll talk more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A travel trailer in Winthrop was destroyed in a fire yesterday afternoon, but firefighters were able to stop it from spreading to a nearby home. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is asking for help identifying a man they say is using credit cards that were in a car that was stolen recently in Chelan. And a Wenatchee man serving 27 years for a rape and armed robbery he committed at age 16 must be resentenced for that crime. But first, our top story tonight. A bridge leading to a subdivision near Cleellum was destroyed after being hit by a garbage truck Monday, knocking the bridge out of service and severing the water line to homeowners on the other side. The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office said the McElroy Road Bridge over the Yakima River is the only access point for several homes in the area, and the county is working on a backcountry route for residents to use and for bringing in emergency supplies. The Sheriff's Office said one family and a delivery driver who happened to be in the area were evacuated, and at least 11 people decided to stay put. In addition to being without water, electricity was cut off part of today as workers removed the damaged bridge. Kittitas County Public Works said the span is too long to set up a temporary vehicle bridge, but they hope to have a pedestrian bridge up soon. After the collision, the garbage truck fell into the water on its side, but the driver was able to escape without injury. A travel trailer in Winthrop was destroyed in a fire yesterday afternoon, but firefighters were able to stop it from spreading to a nearby home. Okanagan County Fire District 6 said firefighters from Winthrop, Twisp, and Mazama responded to the 2 p.m. fire at 8 Northcott Road to find the trailer fully engulfed. Firefighters have not yet determined the cause of the blaze. There were no injuries. Well, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office is asking it for help identifying a man they say is using credit cards that were in a car that was stolen recently in Chelan. The owner of the vehicle said yesterday that the stolen Honda has not yet been recovered. The Sheriff's Office said anyone with information should contact Deputy Matt Barnes through the Rivercom non-emergency line, and that phone number is 509-663-9911. A Wenatchee man serving 20 years for a rape and armed robbery he committed at age 16 must be resentenced for the crime. Part of the sentence for Thomas T. Aranda stemmed from possession of psychobin, and the State Court of Appeals says Aranda deserves a revised sentence since most drug possession in Washington is now decriminalized. Aranda was one of 5 males who stormed into a home on No. 2 Canyon Road in 2008, carrying firearms and seeking payback for a drug deal gone wrong. While there, Aranda raped a woman at gunpoint. He was charged as an adult. All 5 pleaded guilty. The other 4, who were 17 to 23 years old at the time, received prison terms from 30 months up to 10 years. At his resentencing, Aranda will also be allowed to argue that his 27-year term was too harsh for a juvenile defendant. Coming up next, total home sales were up, but so was the median sales price of a home in the Wenatchee area last month. It's finally official. The Alcoa aluminum works here in the Wenatchee Valley will never make metal again. A bill introduced by 8th District Representative Kim Schreier became law on Friday. And yesterday, Governor Jay Inslee announced his climate proposals for the 2022 legislative session. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
What is home? A place to gather, a place to grow, provide shelter for the ones we love, eat, drink, restore, build trust. It's a place to rest when the workday is done, a place to find quiet after a night of good fun. What an honor we have at Guild to help own, finance, create, pave the way to live in home.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Welcome back. And in other news, total home sales were up, but so was the median sales price of a home in the Wenatchee area last month. That's the latest November real estate snapshot from Pacific Appraisal Associates. The median sales price for a home last month was $437,000 compared to $370,000 in November of 2020, an 18% increase. Total home sales last month came in at 92. That's up 14% compared to last year when 81 homes were sold. Active home listings were also up last month with 74 houses on the market compared to 60 in November of last year. Closed home sales were also down slightly last month compared to last year by 3%. Well, it's finally official. The Alcoa aluminum works here in the Wenatchee Valley will never make metal again. The Aluminum Corporation idled the plant near Malaga in 2016, ending 428 local jobs, and announced on Monday the smelter will be fully decommissioned. The Wenatchee Works started operation in 1952. At its peak, it processed 146,000 metric tons of aluminum and employed about 1,000 people. By the 2000s, falling prices for aluminum led to fewer jobs as well as a 3-year temporary shutdown of the plant starting in 2001. The smelter property is 2,800 acres. Alcoa says it will spend about $60 million over the next 7 years to decommission the site and prepare it for potential redevelopment. Well, a bill introduced by 8th District Representative Kim Schreier became law on Friday. This one aimed at delaying cuts to Medicare payments for health providers. President Joe Biden signed the act to delay cuts that would have gone into effect in January. Now they'll go into effect in April, and the amount of cuts is reduced from 2% to 1%. Lawmakers argued that restructuring Medicare payments during the pandemic would impede patients' access to health care. Yesterday, Governor Jay Inslee announced his climate proposals for the 2022 legislative session. The governor announced a raft of legislation he'd like lawmakers to consider, which totals a $626 million investment in climate strategy. Among other things, the plan would strengthen energy codes for large new buildings and create an Office of Climate Commitment Accountability to make sure Washington hits its targets on carbon emissions.
We're here today in part because of the danger I've seen across the state of Washington in the last 12 months. I've talked to the families whose children could not go outside and play this summer in the Methow Valley, that had the worst, most dangerous air in the world for a few days this year because of the forest fire smoke. I've talked to the families that had the Nooksack River go through their living rooms, literally through their picture window, and flooded and destroyed their homes in Everson. I've talked to the Colville tribe that lost hundreds of thousands of acres of good forests, destroying their economic base. Climate change is a rapid tornado of damage that is going through the state of Washington, from those who lost reduction in wheat crops and damage to grapes in Walla Walla, to those who can't grow oysters in Puget Sound. Climate change is moving faster, and therefore we must move faster. We have to up our game in the state of Washington against this horrendous threat in the state of Washington. But we also have an opportunity to create thousands of good-paying jobs by embracing the clean energy revolution that we know is at hand. And the measures we're announcing today, which we will propose to the state legislature in January, is going to address both of those things.
You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Campfire North Central Washington, serving youth ages 3 to 18. Register today in one of Campfire's programs. Club members meet regularly with volunteer leaders to learn responsibility, sharing, cooperation, and citizenship. When a child is involved in Campfire, they will be actively learning and engaged in activities, encouraged to learn new skills, feel a part of the group, learn to work in a team setting, participate in planning, goal setting, and making lasting memories.
A new novel is now available at Amazon.com. The title, Lost Treasure of the China Bar, details life on the Columbia River and Plateau during the 1800s. You ask, is the treasure still buried somewhere near Chelan? Find out by reading Lost Treasure of the China Bar.
Lost Treasure of the China Bar. Buy it on Amazon.com. $12.99 for paperback, $2.99 for Kindle. A great gift.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Driving into Wenatchee from the north, it's impossible to miss the new Chelan County PUD headquarters taking shape in Old Station. In tonight's feature story, PUD Facilities Director Dan Fraser gave Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz a tour of the new building in the making and explained its importance.
Our buildings are very old. We've been occupying some of them for over 50 years. And so did an assessment of what it would take to renew those buildings, to stay there, stay downtown, keep a presence downtown. And then we looked at other options. And one that came out and really started to get some legs under it was moving the operations out into the Old Station area. So Old Station is central to the PUD's business. And we go up the river, we go back down the river, we go up the valley. So it seemed like a good spot to put our operations. And as we matured that investigation and discovery, we found that really it helps if administration is where operations is. And so as we got further along in the process, we started looking at all the economics around what would be the best thing for our customer owners for long term. So we came into the project with three main goals. what's the best financial value long-term, what's the best customer service for our customer owners, both as we roll out to work with them and as they come in to see us to sign up for services, and then how do we improve safety. So buildings that were built 50 years ago are not the best for safety, and so we retrofit what we can, but a new facility that's purpose-built, much better for safety. So this is the largest building. It's the administration building. It is also I don't want to sound like the rest of the buildings are ugly, but this is the most aesthetically pleasing of the buildings.
This is the one that the public will be doing most of their business in.
That's right. So this is the public-facing piece of the PUD. So they'll come here to get a new service, attend a PUD board meeting, be part of the process.
You mean you can actually sit in it instead of that cramped little room?
Yes, we have a purpose-built board room. It's going to be a really good experience for our customer owners. Two-story lobby. So you come in, it's kind of a nice big feature wall on a couple sides. We'll have a map of Chelan County, some other features in here. But it's really laid out for the customer experience to be positive. They'll know where to go. There'll be a place to pay your bill. There'll be another place to sign up for services. There's going to be a great area for energy conservation demonstrations. So if you want to hear about, what should I do for an HVAC replacement, or what should I do for a water heater, we'll have a great demo area and talk to somebody from energy conservation. It'll all be in one central area. Great customer parking out in front of the building, really accessible. And so that's what we were trying to do, as opposed to what we currently have, which is a really tough situation downtown.
Time now to take a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Tuesday was a great one. We had lots of bright, beautiful sunshine out there today, and with that beautiful fresh new coat of snow, made for a beautiful day as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our jump-off ridge Sky-Fi tower camera. Here's the Columbia River, East Wenatchee and Wenatchee, and here is Wenatchee Heights. This is where our cross camera is located, which we use several nights here on the NCWLIFE Evening News. But what a gorgeous shot today. It was a winter day, though, today, unofficially. High temperature 34 degrees. That's 1 degree above where we should be for this time of year at 33. Record high, beautiful year, 1979, 58 degrees. And I believe that's the third day in a row that 1979 has been our record high year. 21 is where we started the day this morning. 25 is our normal low temperature. 1972 was a cold one, our record low, 6 degrees. Look at this total from the storm yesterday, the snow. 43/100ths of an inch of precipitation yesterday. That now bumps us up to 5.58 inches of precipitation since January 1st, and snowfall to date, that is this season, which began October 1st at 5.8 inches. Sunrise 7:41, and the sun will set once again this afternoon, or did set this afternoon at 4:10. Let's take a look at tomorrow's high temperatures now, and tomorrow kind of an in-between weather day because we will have some storminess moving in. 37 for Moses Lake, 36 of Freda, 35 in Quincy, and boy, from the Highway 97 corridor west and north, much cooler. 31 in Wenatchee, Entiat, and Chelan, 30 in Leavenworth, and 25 your high temperature tomorrow up in Lake Wenatchee. Here's the storm system that's wrapping up and getting ready to slide down the Pacific coast. It's going to bring us increasing clouds and maybe a little patchy fog as we get into your early Wednesday morning. You can see this system just pushing some clouds in. By Wednesday, here we go. It's going to be right off the coast of Washington, a 70% chance of snow. This is in the morning, but look what happens as we make our way through the day. It moves ever slowly to the east and northeast, and that will make for a pretty snowy Wednesday where we could pick up about 2 inches of snow. Morning snow possible for Thursday too. Otherwise partly cloudy in the afternoon and very winter-like with high temperatures in the mid-30s for your Friday. Back to the storminess again. Cloudy skies. Here's our next round of winter weather. A 70% chance, mainly late night showers. This is during the day on Friday, but look what happens about 11 o'clock or so. High temperatures Friday in the low 30s, and then it's going to be a mess on Saturday. Cloudy skies. 80% chance of snow. I think we'll see it off and on throughout the day, even into our evening hours. 2 to 4 inches of snow could fall by the time we wake up on Sunday morning. And then by the end of our weekend, mostly cloudy skies, seasonal temperatures. But look at all this cold air that's coming down into even the desert Southwest. Monday, AM snow. We could see just a little bit of snow moving through. This will shoot up a wave of moisture as it heads south. Partly cloudy by afternoon with high temperatures on Monday in the mid-30s. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. Tonight, 23 degrees overnight. Good chance for snow tomorrow and 31. A bit of a break during the day, at least in the afternoon for Thursday. Morning snow is possible in 34. And then clouds on Friday as a next storm system begins to move in. See a good chance for late evening snow showers. And then Saturday, we're going to get it. A rain-snow mix possible by afternoon. I think it'll be mainly snow and 35. And for Sunday to end our weekend, mostly cloudy and fair at 36. And then possibly a morning snow shower on Monday with high temperatures then right around 35. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Happy holidays from your friends at Wenatchee Power Sports. Come in today and check out our inventory of Polaris snowmobiles, accessories, and apparel. We also carry a large selection of snow gear from FXR, Climb, BCA, and more. The entire Wenatchee Power Sports team is dedicated to keeping our inventory stocked as we continue to provide a level of customer service that's second to none. From dirt bikes and utility vehicles to snowmobiles and watercraft, we have you covered for every season. Your adventure begins here at Wenatchee Power Sports.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. First of all, thanks to Dan Kuntz for filling in for me for the last couple of days so I could take my wife down to Arizona to see the boys for Christmas. Well, the Seahawks are fresh off a 33-13 win over Houston Sunday to keep a very minimal playoff hope alive. Coach Pete Carroll says he hopes the offense and Russell Wilson will continue a balanced attack moving forward.
I don't think we've played better than we played this yesterday, in terms of the mix and all of that. Russell was a 115 yesterday, his rating for the day. And so I thought the way we were able to mix, everybody benefited from that. And the balance of the attack and the execution on third down made everybody better. But I thought Russ played as well as he's played all year. And he didn't have to carry the load and throw it 40 times to get that done. He was very, very effective and very resourceful with his movement and working with the line of scrimmage and the pass protection. So he found the spaces to make the big plays, which I think is vintage Russell. So I don't know. I can't tell you, Art, that it's going to carry over next week. We're right on the same course and all, but we would like to be. And I think that was a really clear illustration of how I visualize us to look.
A key factor in Sunday's success was running back Rashad Penny. Carroll says he finally showed what he's capable of and credits the presence of Adrian Peterson for providing Penny a shot in the arm.
That was my favorite part of his game. It wasn't the big runs. I mean, those were beautiful plays and all that, but it was the 2 or 3 times when he saw the situation and attacked it. And he's a big, fast kid. He's 230 something pounds. As a running back. Sorry, not 230. And with his speed and quickness, it makes him a more difficult guy to deal with. And I thought he got behind his pads well. Honestly, I would tell you, I think that Adrian had an influence on him. And I don't know if he said something, I guess, about that, but I just think that he took a new step forward. And I'm really excited for him and really excited for us to have that. And that was one game. Got to go do it again and all that, but that makes him very difficult, and he's not always been. He's shown signs of that kind of play at times, but not the consistency we saw yesterday. And so I know he's pumped up about it.
Seattle has a much tougher row to hoe this Sunday when they travel to take on the LA Rams at SoFi Stadium. Kickoff set for 1:25 on Fox. By the way, a quick note about the NFL. Let's see, 35 NFL players on the COVID list yesterday, another 25 today. Not looking good for the National Football League. Well, the Seattle Kraken are back on the ice tonight in NHL play. They're in San Jose to take on the Sharks tonight at 7 o'clock. Seattle's trying to bounce back from Saturday's 5-4 overtime loss to Columbus. Coach Dave Haxtell says he was proud of the effort to come back and force overtime after being down by 3 goals.
The first thing is just the mindset coming out of the dressing room. Obviously, it was that's a tough ending to the second period to put ourselves into a hole in our own building. That's not a very good feeling when you walk back into the dressing room after the second period. So, the group had a mindset coming out to go out and work hard together and work to dig out of a hole. So, we started the period well. The power play, lit the fuse for us and gave us a real spark. And we were able to, just continue pushing from there to be able to tie it up.
Haxtell says while he's not a big believer in momentum, he does hope the Kraken learn from the lessons of Saturday's third period.
I don't know. I'm not a big believer that momentum from one game can carry over to the next, but for sure the mindset and that feeling can carry over. And that's the biggest thing that, as you continue, let's be honest, we're still working to grow and become the team that we want to be. So that's something that's critical for us, is to realize what we did in that third period, how we did it, and then, collectively go out and do that, tomorrow night as we drop the puck at San Jose.
Kraken hope to have Chris Dreger back in net tonight after his third stint on IR. Dreger is happy to be back and would love to get Seattle back on the winning track.
Staying healthy is kind of the first thing that's been it's been tough so far. Just 2 little kind of quick injuries, but I think I'm just gonna take care of my warm up in the gym. It was a tough balance. The last one, I tweaked it with 2 minutes left in the Buffalo game, so it's tough luck. If you don't get that shot, 2 minutes. We've been playing for the last couple weeks now, so just excited to be back and get started and get some wins here.
Kraken and Sharks drop the puck at 7 o'clock tonight on Root Sports Northwest. Coming up on the prep schedule for today, well, actually, earlier today in girls bowling, Eastmont was on the road at Moses Lake while Wenatchee was at Sela. Turning to girls basketball tonight, Eastmont's hosting Ephrata. That also 5:45 start time is same for Cascade at Chelan and Quincy playing at Omak. Cashmere travels to Okanagan. That game starts at 6 o'clock. Other small schools also playing at 6. Brewster's hosting Tonasket. Republic visits Liberty Bell. Pateros is on the road at Wilbur Creston. Manson hosts Elmira Cooley Heartland, and Waterville Mansfield welcomes Wilson Creek. Turning to boys basketball on their schedule, Chelan hosts Cascade at 7:15, while Quincy's at Omak. Eastmont takes on Ephrata at 7:30, while Cashmere visits Okanagan. The small school schedule has Tonasket at Brewster, Liberty Bell hosts Republic, Pateros is at Wilbur Creston, Manson hosts ACH, and Wilson Creek travels to Waterville Mansfield. All those games underway at 7:30. We're going to have some wrestling. Our first broadcast of the winter sports season here tonight on the NCWLIFE channel. That's right, grapplers on the mats. Wenatchee hosting Moses Lake in Big 9. We'll have that to action for you at 7 o'clock. Actually, our pre-match will start at about 6:50 here on the NCWLIFE channel. Also on the mats tonight, Okanagan at Cashmere at 6 and Ephrata hosting Quincy at 7 o'clock. Good to be back in the saddle again. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric, and welcome back. And that is going to do it for our newscast tonight. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night. News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life channel.